In this video, I'm going to bring you through a company that is doing 5.8, almost $6 million per month, every single month. And I'm doing these series where I'm basically analyzing successful companies because that's what we do every single day or at least every single week for our agency and for our clients. And so I'm going to go through a brand that does $6 million a month. I'm going to break down the ad strategy, how they also produce content. There's many ways to produce content that can get very confusing. I'm going to show you also our own frameworks of how we do it, which is what also these companies do. And then I'm going to just break down the funnel and what is working for them in terms of like where are they redirecting people, what offers are they promoting, where is their sales process, right? I'm going to break down everything. With no further ado, let's get right into the video. There is a lot to discuss as usual. Great, so just before we get into the video, this is just one of our clients. This video is not particularly about this client, but I'm sharing this result because the strategy that we utilize, as I always say in my videos, is we basically funnel hack direct competitors and we try to understand what is the reason, what is the cause of why their marketing is working, how are they able to spend $1 and make $2-3 back, right? What are the systems and processes that allow the result to happen in the first place? So we funnel hack, we study the entire competition, and then we implement the exact same frameworks, of course, repurposed to make sure that it's on brand and that it makes sense with the client and the brand and what they're selling. To get the same results or results like similar to these where, a client in the last 7 days generated $276,000, right? This, of course, and by the way, this is not even a sale. It's like literally the first week of January 2025. And so it's not that we're running a secret sale here. It's just like a traditional or typical week of this company, right? And of course, we're also working with other 8-figure companies and we're doing the exact same process. Even if the company is big, we can always understand and analyze other companies that are maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead and implement strategies that they are using, okay? So, and by the way, just so you see, we're basically hovering around $45,000, sometimes less, sometimes more, around $40,000 mark. Either way, this is not the point of this video. The point of this video is actually go ahead and analyze a company that is called Curology, and you may or may not have heard, but they do around 60, 70, 80 million dollars a year. That's approximately, at least based on my research, what I've seen that they're doing. And I want to bring down exactly what their funnel is, because their funnel and approach is a bit more kind of like advanced compared to the traditional way of maybe doing e-commerce. The main funnel that works for them, just to get right to the point, is a quiz funnel that is very, very in-depth, almost like a medical, quiz funnel. Why do I say medical? Because, for example, when you go to a medical center, the first thing that they ask for is like a sheet. They give you a sheet that you have to fill up the form, answer all like very in-depth questions, and it takes you like 5 minutes, 10 minutes to fill up all the forms. They're doing the same exact approach, which is really increasing the level of personalization, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you the funnel, exactly what they're doing, and then I'm going to show you like pretty much their sales process and how that works for them. And then we can also see that the majority of their traffic, like all these /start, /hair growth, /start, I'm going to show you exactly what they are, but they're all redirecting to this hair growth, or sorry, not this hair growth, this quiz funnel that is of course personalized depending on what they're clicking on. So if it's hair growth, hair loss, whatever, they're going to redirect them to a specific quiz that is specifically for hair loss, right? Then I also want to show you, just so I give you kind of like a timeline of events here, I'm going to show you exactly how they're doing UGC and the exact same process that you can implement and utilize to replicate this exact same process of UGC that's working for them. And as you can see, they're running ads since 2023. Like this ad has been active for literally 2 years or more than 2 years, which means it obviously works, right? I don't need to explain that it works, right? It's been on for 2 years. It's been pumping profits every single day. And so I'm going to show you exactly what they're doing and how you can do it too. I'm also going to show you, I'm not sure you can see these on the top. I'm going through a bunch of tabs here, but I have a lot of things resources and documents and SOPs that are really going to be valuable. So make sure to stick until the end. Now, let's get it going here. Their funnel is basically a quiz funnel. You basically hop onto a landing page. Let me just show you one of theirs, just to show you like a direct example. This is just one of their landing pages where you can like basically /start. It's, of course, it gives you testimonials, it gives you all the ingredients, all that stuff. But the main priority here that they want you to click on is get my formula. So when you click get my formula, you will essentially get your formula. And so I basically did a quick random test here, so you can read through it, get a personalized formula. I had to sign up, tell us what your problems are essentially, clear skin or clearing acne, and then you have to tell them how it looks like, at what stage you are, whatever, you get the point. Face, very dry, often dry, my skin is blah blah blah, and all this stuff. And so it brings you through this entire process, and I'm not going to go through it because it does actually take like 5 minutes to do, so it's not like something invented. And basically it's going to bring you through a funnel where, based on what you choose, they're going to redirect you to an actual product. And of course, this is very direct. It's very, very direct. All of the authority is in the ad and in maybe the first page where they show results, they show the case studies, blah, blah, blah. The rest is purely personalized and, of course, direct, meaning that they will show you literally what product they recommend. You can see some results here, some testimonials, some formulas made for blah, 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 all this stuff. You can also see the ingredients for more information and study everything essentially in here. And then you can essentially buy directly with PayPal or credit card. This is a very direct sales process, okay? So it's not complicated, but it's very highly personalized. And the first thing that they do is, of course, when you sign up, is that you sign up and you give them their email and what they do. And I saw that because I signed up and I saw the email. And is you're gonna get sent many follow-up emails, valuable emails. So this is also a quiz funnel, is also a very strategic and interesting way, smart way to gather information of people that are not there yet when it comes to purchasing, okay? So this is a very interesting funnel. And then, of course, not to go too much about landing pages here, but they're testing many different landing pages, which is, I've always said this, but the main difference between a 7-figure company, a 6-figure company, and an 8-figure company or more, they're always split testing different offers, different landing pages. And it's correct. Like when you're doing $1 million a year, you should do that, but it's definitely less important compared to when you're at a stage where you're doing maybe you're starting to get to the multiple 7-figure mark. That's to get to 8 figures, you have to start split testing and testing different offers and doing all this stuff. I'm not going to talk about this in this video. I'm going to move on. I'm going to talk about creatives, because in this video moving forward, I'm going to break down exactly what they're doing with creatives, how you can replicate for your own brand, and share a bunch of templates that's super, super useful. So the one thing that I like to do over here when I do my competitor market research for our clients, at least when my team does, is go on a tool like Austria, follow the brand, understand the distribution, videos, images, carousels, just so we know what percentage of images are working or not working, all that stuff. Or type of videos and creative concepts. And then we can also filter by format. Let's just do videos for the sake of the example. Filter by active. So we only look at active ads, and then longest running ads so that we know what's been working for a while, okay? And if you want to look at the latest trends, of course, you can filter by most recent. Of course, trends always change, but I always like to look at ads that have been running for a while, because those are typically the one that has, there's no excuse. Whether there's a trend or whether there's no trend, they just purely work, okay? So let's take a look at a few.
If you've ever had bumpy skin, you know how annoying it is. It's so hard to get rid of and so hard to...
So what I like about this ad, so first of all,
that's why I finally decided to try Curology. It's personalized skincare made...
So it's a very traditional UGC video. I like it. What I like to do here is basically click on it. You can download it if you want, but you can transcribe this exact same script. See, like 547 days been running for, like crazy. And then basically just mimic the ad. Also study what they're doing over here with their scripts. Sorry, their titles and subtitles and headlines and ad copy. And then of course you can transcribe it and create a similar script. I'm not going to talk about this in this video and how it works. I literally speak about this in all my other videos, but it's very simple. Transcribe and create a similar script, so that you can mimic the already proven to work ad that has been running for 547 days. What you're doing here is you're setting yourself for success and the highest probability count, because you're mimicking ads that have already proven to work and you're trying to do the same. Let's say what I do like about the first 3 seconds, and I can also, let's see, even here, there's a specific like eye-catching, cool, different hook. Like this hook is really like, oh my god, what is this? Like it hooks you, right? And if you don't know, like the hook is the first 3 to 5 to maximum, I would say 3 to 5 seconds of a video. And if people don't stick there, like they're not going to watch the entire ad. So doing a good hook and even split testing different hooks, which is what they have done clearly. I don't have specific direct examples, but I've seen the same exact video split tested upon different hooks. If I find it, I'll show you. But what they're doing over here, other than doing this cool, yucky, interesting hook, is that they're doing B-rolls. They're distributing between B-rolls and voiceovers. So that they can essentially create their own scene. Here they have the quiz scene. Here they have the product scene. Here they have the scene where the creator just shows how to apply the product or speaks, shows them using the product. Basically them talking, right? We're creating multiple multiple scenes. And the best way to do this, as I show over here, let me break down exactly what the process is from A to Z to recreate something like this and scale it, right? I have a bunch of templates over here that I'm going to show and share with you. Okay, I have a bunch of things. I'm going to go through this because document, which is a document that can brief the creator, because you can't just reach out to a creator and just hope that they know what to do. You have to tell them what to do and give them very clear criteria. So let me break down how this process works. But before we do that, let me show you what the couple of ways of how they're doing content are and how we also do it for our own clients. There's typically 2 ways to do UGC videos. You have a script, and then you basically have somebody do the video. So you tell them exactly what script to use, the hook, the problem, the product introduction, the features and benefits, legitimacy, CTA, all that stuff, and then they typically give you that same variation of the that same video with like 1, 2, or 3 hooks, something like that. That's typically what happens. We like to do these videos mostly when the concept of the video is actually already proven, because these videos tend to be very expensive. Now, what we like to do, which you can also combine and use kind of like AI softwares like Arc Ads, and I'm going to show you how it works. Arc Ads is basically, there's an AI UGC person that you can there's a text-to-speech feature, and you can just literally tell it what you want it to say, and you can choose your avatar, and you can literally have an avatar customer speak very realistically and put it into your videos. And I can show you some examples as well. But what we like to do is essentially use this framework. We want to partner with creators. We want to send them videos, examples of footages that they need to shoot. So like B-rolls and pieces of footage that are 3 to 10 seconds long. And then we receive a bunch of B-rolls and pieces of footage that then we give to my editors. And so this is what happens. If we combine everything together, now forget about this AI talking head. This is like something that you can add on top of, like, put cherry on top of the cake. If you want to add an AI talking head, AI UGC talking head to test different hooks, I really advise you to do that. So what you're seeing here, like AI UGC, what we're basically doing here is that we're putting normal B-roll within the video, right? This is a voiceover script that runs, and as it runs, we're putting the right scenes to it. But to also add more variation to the video, you can have a talking head video that just AI UGC person that goes in there and actually talks about the video, right? Hopefully you understand what I mean. And so what we're basically doing here is creating this process where we can create from a pile of like 20, 30, 40 pieces of footage. We can basically create any storyline that we want. We can combine a script, we can have an AI UGC talking head if we want, and we combine that with B-rolls, and we can put all these pieces together and create kind of like that perfect storyboard or kind of storyline, right? So let me show you how to put these, like what is the actual process. When you want to work with a creator, like once you find them, as I said before, you need a process, you need a document, you need some sort of SOP that you can give to them so that they know exactly what they do. So this is actually within our community, but I'll give you a sneak peek over here so you can take a look. So first of all, this is our template. Of course, you're going to see things like client name, product name, deadline. This is mostly for us because we serve clients, but you can, recreate this in your own way. There's a deadline, there's a product with the link and shipping details to the creator. Client overview, so this is basically your brand. In 1 to 2 sentences, you have to describe what you do, who you are, what you sell, what's your website, what's your Instagram, your TikTok, And also 1 to 2 sentences describing the target demo, including gender, age, and pain points. So you have to be very specific on these fronts, because you have to understand that a random person on the internet doesn't know who you are. So you have, just like a customer, you need to explain to them what you do, what you sell, and what you want from them. Content brief. So this content will be for ads, so no posting to organic handles will be required. In an effort to generate more sales and traffic from TikTok, we want to create TikTok style creatives that speak to our brand core benefits. For this specific creative, we want to try a TikTok strategy approach, creative concept, AI voiceover, right? ASMR. You put the concept over there. This is for TikTok, but it can be, of course, for any social media platform. We also have shooting specifics. Of course, you can just leave this as it is because it's like a template. Must film in good lighting. This is really, really important. You have to specify that it's important, the lighting. And of course, we're assuming that we're working with expert content creators, but you have to, like, these people sometimes need to be reminded. And as you send them the agreement or before paying them, you have to specify, like, if they don't follow this criteria, you are you have leverage over them in the fact that if you're not satisfied with the video because of one of these reasons, you can ask them to do it again. Like, that should probably go in the agreement. Only use sounds from this library. So if there's a specific sound library that you want, you can basically go in here, and this is just for TikTok. And there's a bunch of music that they can use. Don't shoot directly in TikTok. Film all content vertically in 9:6 aspect ratio. Add extra 1 to 3 seconds at the beginning of the video and at the end of the video, right? Why is this important? Because when you tell them to do a raw piece of content, and let's just say I'm selling a wallet, I'm asking, okay, Mr. Creator, use this wallet and be happy with it, right? What they'll do is that they'll film. If you don't tell them to do that, they'll film immediately, and you won't have enough space, time to cut the video. So what we want to do is have them film 1 to 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and then they can start filming or doing the scene, and then at the end as well, so that there's time between, right? Please turn off all ACs, fans, because they're loud. A lot of people maybe forget about that. Please do not add any filters. All these things are really, really important guidelines. You can read through them yourself. This is a really, really important aspect with the B-roll strategy. So when we are looking at videos like this, where there's headshots, right? And there's different scenes and all that stuff, and you're using B-rolls, you need to give them a B-roll library so they know exactly what they should do. So what we do over here is, before doing anything, before really worrying about this template over here too much, you see how we send them 3-4 scenes. Now this is just a template. These are all supposed to be there. But let's just say we typically give 5 to 7 scenes, and then we ask for 2 to 3 scenes each, so that we receive 15, 20, maybe sometimes even 25, 30 videos, right? And then we give them any requirements, if we need any hooks based on the specific kind of storyboard or shot list. And what we like to do here specifically is that we give them kind of this is what we create for the client and what you should do as well. This is 30 pages worth of B-rolls and scenes from studying winning ads like this. So we spend an entire week looking at these ads, looking at what scenes they're doing, looking at what scenes are working at the same time, and we study everything and put everything into this document with screenshots and explanations. You see B-roll 12, this is what we need. B-roll 14, this is what we need, with the screenshot, sometimes even the link of the video so it's easily visible, and stuff like that. And then once we want something super specific, we just copy and paste this, or send this specifically, this specific document, you send it to the creator, and then within the template, right, refer to B-roll 12, B-roll 13, and B-roll 14, and then they can open this up and go to B-roll 14, B-roll 15, whatever, and they know exactly what they need to do. Or you can just copy and paste this over here, so they have everything into one bucket, into one document. And then if there's any need of a script, you can add the script over here with hook ideas. Sometimes we give them scripts that we add over here because we want them to do the voiceover. Sometimes, in many cases, we use AI voiceovers. You can use 11 Labs for that. Very, very cool tool. And in some other cases, we literally just share a storyboard that is similar to this. Let's see if I can find one very, very quickly. That is similar to, where is it? Bear with me for just 1 second. Similar to this. Or not. Give me 1 second. I want to find it because I want to show you a direct example what a script looks like here, this one. So if you go here, and this is a super raw video, so like I don't really plan a lot of these things. So sometimes we send them like something that is more complete like this. So I want to share something that has been a game changer for me in my battle of quitting smoking. I've been trying to quit smoke. So you actually give them a script. We are trying to move away from this and give them a more of like a framework. So start with a shocking fact of statistics that grab the attention. Do this, do that, and then of course give them specific examples. So hopefully I'm not confusing you too much over here. I know I'm jumping from one place to another, but this is a template that we use. It's very simple. And then of course other creative package specifications. You can stop through the video and read through this document. It's very simple, but it's there. There's an SOP, right? So it's very replicatable. Once we have all these things, we send it over to the creator, and then we receive a bunch of videos. Once we receive the videos back, what typically happens is that our creative our editors or video editors, they know exactly what they need to do because we give them a framework of how to do it. Like an example, we basically would send them this example and say, okay, replicate video editor number 1. Replicate this exact same process with this specific script. So we give them a framework of the winning ad. We give them a script that they can do with AI voiceovers, and then we give them a bunch of B-rolls from the creator collaboration, right? And so we're just literally giving them all the resources. And then the great aspect of using this B-roll strategy as well, I know once again that I've spoken about this many times, but it's really detrimental for scaling, is that you can, with like 2, 3, 4, 5 collaborations, which are going to cost you like $250 each, you can create a library. You can have a lot of creatives. Like you can create 100 video ads or 100 creatives, 50 ads, whatever. Very in control of the situation, because you can direct the script. You can change the script. You can change the hook. You can change the B-rolls, sequences, right? You can build whatever you want. And as you can tell, over 50-60% of their ads are video ads, as I shared before. Now, this is what they're doing, and this is basically their process. And one quick thing, just to give you some value here if you want it, what's really important that allows scale to happen, and let me move myself very quickly. We track everything here, okay? And if you want access to this sheet, there's a link down below. You can sign up. I'll send it to your inbox, and you can just use it, duplicate it, of course, and you can use it for your own brand. But what I wanted to say before I go over the sheet is that every single test or every single aspect that works, right, for the competitor, from inspiration from competitors, we put into this creative concept sheet so that we understand exactly what's working in the market, and we can get inspiration. And we also have inspirational links over here if we forget what an ASMR video is or looks like. And what you can do is that you can replace these links with perhaps your direct competitors, so it's like easier. Of course, we have kind of like general links to give our clients an understanding of what we're looking to do, but it's because we work with like a dozen clients at the same time, so it's different. In your scenario, fill these up with your own direct competitors, right? POV, before and after, and stuff like that. And we also have a document with 600 hooks that you can easily leverage. All these things I'm sharing with you because if you don't have a systematized way to put things on paper and document things, you're going to get lost very easily. One other thing that I want to show you is a creative testing tracker sheet. This sheet basically allows us to track every single creative test that we put into the ad account. So every single row is a test with a creative, and so we within each sheet or a column, we basically document the aspect of the ad or the creative or the test or the creative test, right? Messaging, what hook we used, what avatar customer we're going after, the main emotion that we're inspiring, the marketing angle, the ad format, the KPIs after on the right? And then we can make conclusions and learnings, right? Of course, we can want to take inspiration from what is working, but at the end of the day, if you don't test it for your own brand, how do you know if it's going to work for you? How do you test? You test by tracking every single aspect so that you can go back and you know exactly what works for you. I know that I'm maybe going a little bit off topic, but this kind of like sheet you can get if you want. There's a competitor sheet where we keep track of all the competition. Very simple. A daily report with formulas and stuff like that you can fill up. It's also color coded if you want to use it with the color coding. There's also a bunch of other KPIs. that you can fill up and use. We have somebody on our team just fill it up every single day. Very, very useful. And it's useful to look at trends. Very, very useful. And I can guarantee you, like, I know because I've seen inside 8 and 9 figure companies, and I also know because I serve 7, 8, 9 figure companies, mostly 7 and 8 figure companies, and this is what is required to get results. You have to have a data tracking center. That's why it's called command center, right? Creative concept sheet, I already brought you through it. There's this tracker, I already brought you through it. And then we also track all the ad copies based on different levels of awareness, like problem aware, most aware, product aware, solution aware, everything like that. It's of course distributed like that. And then same for visuals, any like visuals that we track, we put over here. So we have the link to it, what the naming is, and any feedback if we want to add any feedback for images and for videos, images, videos. And then we also have a bunch of other sheets. I'm not going to go through everything right now, but for UGC tracking, CRO, for doing CRO tests and understanding what winners are, for TikTok shop, for TikTok creator tracking, email campaigns, email flows. Like there's a bunch of things that we do, right? And a bunch of like different kind of like structures to the sheets that we use that is very, very systematized, right? And easy to understand. And then we also have the storyboards where we put all of our storyboards all here so that it's easy to like, you know, find them. Okay, hopefully this video was valuable, but Curology, if we have to have some key takeaways, what's working well for them is a skincare personalized for you. So everything is about super high personalization. They're doing the selling on the ads and through this landing page, and then they're basically selling purely through a subscription model as well, but also through a quiz funnel that provides a lot of value and is a very direct sales process. If you remember here, you just buy, and this is boom, you buy it, right? You're already sold. As soon as you come here, you're already sold. You already know. Also by the level of like how interesting, not interesting, but in-depth the questions are, you can understand if a company is legit trying to scam you. Like you can understand. So even this is a level of qualification from the prospect's eyes to you. Okay, they're asking questions. They're intrigued and they want to know exactly what my problems are so that they can provide me a perfect solution, right? So of course this page is also maybe custom made, but there's also apps that you can use to create this quiz funnel without, you know, spending $7,000 on it, right? Okay, so next thing, very, very quickly, is UGC ads with B-roll so that it's scalable. Even these ads, like all of these are like B-rolls, even this one, B-rolls, all different types of B-rolls. This is maybe more with one creator, but it's like the same approach. Very similar approaches. And all these ads have been running since 2023, guys. So like they're just working. This is a perfect, satisfying hook.
So I've had rosacea.
Like all these things you have to study, understand, and implement because this is what's working for them. And if it's working for them, I mean, they have 400 active videos. If you do everything, 815 active ads. So they're spending millions of dollars, if not, yeah, I would say billions, millions of dollars a month, and it's working well. They're doing $6 million, $7 million a month in revenue, something like that. So once again, I hope this video was valuable. I know it was a bit longer than others. Let me know if you have any questions. If you want the sheet, you know what to do. The link is in the description. It's actually free. This is something that we put into our communities, but I've decided like that this is just a sheet that literally everybody's asking me about it. I was like, you know what? It's true. I give it to the people that are my VIP, but I also provide a lot of more other valuable things in the VIP. So I just thought of like giving it for free. And if you want it, it's there. If you don't, it's up to you. All right. See you in the next video. Bye.